What's up, good people? David Taub here, coming to you from nextlevelguitar.com. How you doing? Hope all is well, and hope your guitar journeys are going famously. We've been getting lots and lots of email responses to our latest emails and whatnot, and an overwhelmingly number of the good people, that's you, want simple, easy blues licks. Simple, easy, and fun blues licks. So I'm going to do a whole series where I'm just going to cover a couple of licks in each video. Here's another really cool lick I want to show you from what you heard me playing in the intro over this progression. And the lick will sound like this. Again, we're in the key of C minor, and we're using that C minor pentatonic and blues scale, and we're just playing in this box position for now at the 8th fret. And I showed you what that scale looks like, and here's a nice lick to pull from that. Let me play a little faster. And a little slower. It incorporates some hammer-ons and pulls, and you know, you can learn all different variations. So when you are learning a lick and you're learning from the lick, like I talk about always, you know, do little different variations to the lick, you know, but you know, if you keep going back to these licks throughout your solo, you're kind of creating that rhythmic melody. And then, you know, you want to engage. That's the whole point of all this, right? To engage the people that you're playing for, the listeners, right? And draw them into your solo, and you do that a lot with melody. That's why you have to have a big rhythmic vocabulary. I'm not talking about playing rhythm. I'm talking about in your soloing a big rhythmic vocabulary, because that's what draws people in. Melody, right? So they hear a lick and they're like, ooh, that's a pretty cool lick. And then you repeat it. Ah, there's that lick again. And then you vary it. Ooh, what's he going to do with that lick next, right? So a lick like this, you could do a lot with. On each hammer and pull, I'm going to trill it now. Or trill is when you just play a hammer and pull continually. One pick. That's called a trill. So I'll do that lick as a trill lick. I'll play it like, I don't know. So I trilled. So it's a cool little lick you can really do a lot with. So let's take you in on a tight shot, and I'll show you that one. Here's the next lick in the series, lick 2. Again, we're staying in this C minor pentatonic and blues scale at the 8th fret, 1 finger per fret. And this is a very cool kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan type lick. It sounds like this. A little faster. Okay, so what I'm doing, the first thing is first finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and I'm going to hammer that to the 10th fret of the D string, and then pull it off back to the 8th fret. So it's like 8, 10, 8. Hammer, pull. So it's like one pick, hammer, pull. And when you pull down and get that clear sounding pull off. So that first lick is. Then what you're going to do is descend right down, hitting that blue note. You're going to descend down playing on the A string, the 10th fret, 9th fret, and 8th fret. So you get that nice descending chromatic kind of thing with the blue note. Adds a lot of color. So here it is so far. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back up, but again, another 3-note hammer. You're going to then play again that F note at the 8th fret of the A string. Hit it once, pick it once, and then hammer onto the blue note, 9th fret of the A string, and then pull it off. So it's one pick, hammer, pull, pick, hammer, pull. So here's what you got so far. And then what you're going to do is, again, you're going to descend right down that blues scale, 11th fret, the flat 3rd, that E flat note on the low E string, to the root, to the 8th fret on the low E string. Real slow so far. And then go back and do a hammer from that 8th fret to the 10th fret on the D string, and you end on the root. You could just, some vibrato, or do a trill. A trill is just a constant hammer pull off, hammer pull off, hammer pull off, hammer pull off, but fast, using only one pick. So you pick the first note, and you continue hammering and trilling it. So here's the whole lick. And here's a variation. Or you could trill, also trill off the blue note from the 9th to the from the 8th to the 9th fret on the A string. So many variations you could do with that lick. It's a cool lick, have fun with it. What we're going to be doing for this whole series is we're going to be playing over the jam track that's in C minor. If you don't have that jam track, we have it here on YouTube. And I'll put a link for it in a text box right here in the YouTube text box, and I'll also try to get it on the screen here. So download that YouTube video that we have that has that jam track. There's a little lesson before that'll give you ideas of what to play, and then the actual 3.5 minutes of the track, okay? And then also, because the jam tracks are such an essential part of the guitar player's, tools for practicing and working on your improvisational skills, if you want 2 more jam tracks, go to this link right here. And what that link is, it's going to send you to a page where you just sign up on our email list, and then we'll send you, after you opt in, we'll send you the 2 free jam tracks, totally free, and these are exclusive. They're not on YouTube. And all you do is it puts you on our email list, which you should be on anyway, because we send out lots of exclusive videos and things like this, like jam tracks, which are not on YouTube, which only our email subscribers get. We also send out articles and newsletters and all kinds of things that might help you along in your guitar journey. So please consider that. Watch this series, and you're going to be getting lots and lots of little blues tricks and licks. Okay, so C minor is the key, and we're going to be using a lot of C minor pentatonic and blues. Remember, it's not just the lick that you need to learn. Also, be listening to when the chord changes, because in many instances, I'll play a certain lick and I'll land on a certain note when the chord changes, and that's what really makes strong solo statements. So you can't kind of just be off there in your own la-la land, soloing along, and the rest of the band or jam track behind you is like, oh, let's reel in Jimmy there. Hey, come on, buddy. What are you doing? You got to kind of be cognizant of what chords you're playing over, and if you really want to make some strong statements, pick certain notes in the certain chords, and I'm going to explain that as we talk about these licks. So it's really, really important that you just don't, to learn the lick, yes, but just don't learn licks. Learn from the lick. What scale does this lick come from? What are the strong accent notes? What notes am I landing on? What chords am I playing over? Why does this lick sound so good? See, that's what's going to really add to your lead and improvisational skills. So many people just learn licks, and then they have a pocket full of licks. Well, when do you use them? You should be able to whip them out in any key and be playing them rhythmically over these changes, right? So just don't learn the lick. Learn from the lick. Well, I hope you like all these easy, fast, and fun blues licks that we're doing in this series. There's 6 of them in this series, so check them all out. And then make sure you download the jam tracks, and I'll put those links in the text boxes right here. Rock on and put that guitar in your hands every day and rip it up. Take care.